Welcome to the Fun Going Fast channel, and in today's video we're going to talk about 5 reasons why I would recommend purchasing a Polaris Trailblazer 250. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know your feedback on if you agree with these reasons or not, and we'll get right into the video. Let's get started. Reason number 1, the most important reason, easiest reason, they're dirt cheap. It's hard to find a running ATV for much cheaper than you can pick up a Polaris Trailblazer 250. I paid $700 for one that needed a little bit of TLC, and I paid $900 for one that was just about perfect and just needed some bearings. Of course, these were pre-COVID, but I'm still seeing them for $1,200 in really good condition, and for $1,500, and they look like they just about came out of the showroom from 1998. So pretty wild, but definitely a very affordable ATV to get into the hobby. Reason number 2, they have large frames. The Polaris Trailblazer, even though it's only a 250, has the exact same frame as the Trailblazer 400. That works out really well because if you're an adult and you want to get into ATVs and learn how to ride, you don't have to do it on this tiny little thing. And on the Trailblazer 250, you don't feel like that, and it handles your weight much better as a larger person. So I've had people everywhere from 6'3" to 100-pound, 5'2", 13-year-old be comfortable on them. So for the adults, they'll feel comfortable, and for the kids, they can grow into it. So the size is great. Reason number 3, they have very manageable power. It's a 250, so it's a small motor, but it's a 2-stroke. So not a ton of low end, which is a good thing because you can't really do whiskey throttle and get in trouble with them. But it does build the revs nicely if you stay on the throttle to pick up enough to keep it entertaining for newer riders. And it does not have power reads, like if you're me and you grew up in the 90s on the 2-stroke dirt bikes that really kicked in as the revs build. This is not the case on these 250 2-strokes. They have a linear power build just like a 4-stroke. But it does build nicely if you stay on the revs, but it's very safe and not going to get you in a lot of trouble with the low end power. Reason number 4, very simple operation. They have a single brake. So that front left lever actually works the front and back brakes. So if you're an advanced rider and you want, the individual control over the front and the rear, you're not going to get that. But for a novice rider that maybe isn't sure, they're worried about throttle and brakes and all that at the same time, it's super simple. Right hand thumb throttle, left hand pull that lever, and the front and back brakes work the same. And it does have a backup rear brake in case something weird happens with the front and it fails, but that I've never seen that happen, and just pulling that lever makes things very straightforward for a newer rider. Builds confidence a lot quicker. And reason number 5, the parts are cheap and fairly straightforward to work on. So since it is a 2-stroke, even if the top end blew, you could get new engine cylinder and piston, throw that sucker on there, and you've got a brand new rebuilt top end. Bottom end is really durable. It's really straightforward. It's just a single speed transmission with forward, neutral, and reverse. As long as you make sure you let it be in a low idle speed going from forward and stopped, to neutral and reverse. Don't do the horrible grinding. It'll pretty much run forever. Mix your gas, or if you've got one in good shape, it'll even do the automatic mixing of the oil and gas with you, which I know some people bypass, but I never had any issues with it. And they made so many, and they're pretty much from 98 or so to the early 2000s. They're almost identical with almost no changes. So super easy to get parts for them, and really easy to do straightforward things to keep them running. So those are my 5 reasons why I would recommend a Polaris Trailblazer 250 for the right person. Thanks for watching.